Did you know that your brain is physically incapable of just letting things be good? Right now, somewhere in the back of your mind, there is a quiet hum, a low-level unease, a feeling that something is about to go wrong, even when everything is perfectly fine, even when your life is objectively okay, even when you have no real reason to worry. You probably know this feeling well. You get good news and immediately wonder what the catch is. You have a genuinely great day and spend the evening waiting for something to ruin it. You fall asleep, and instead of resting, your brain runs through every possible thing that could go wrong tomorrow. This feeling has a name. It's called anticipatory anxiety, and the science behind it will completely change how you see yourself, because what you're experiencing isn't weakness, it isn't pessimism, it isn't a character flaw. It is your brain doing exactly what it was designed to do, just doing it at completely the wrong time. Let's start at the beginning. Your brain has one job above all others: not making you happy, not helping you succeed, not letting you enjoy a quiet evening without spiraling. It's one job, the job it has prioritized above everything else for hundreds of thousands of years, is keeping you alive. And to keep you alive, it developed a system. A threat detection system so sensitive, so precise, so relentlessly active that it never truly switches off. Not during the day, not during the night, not even when you're sitting completely safely on your couch watching television. This system lives primarily in a small, almond-shaped region deep in your brain called the amygdala, and its job is to scan every single moment of your experience. What you see, what you hear, what you feel, what you remember, and ask one question over and over again without stopping. Is there danger here? For most of human history, this system saved lives. The rustling in the grass that might be a predator, the strange behavior of a stranger in the group, the weather pattern that looked like it might turn dangerous, the animals that fell silent before a storm, the humans whose amygdalas fired loudest and fastest, the ones who felt the dread first, who anticipated the threat before it arrived, those humans survived. They ran before the lion appeared. They moved before the river flooded. They prepared before the winter hit. The ones who stayed calm? Many of them didn't make it. So your brain learned. Over hundreds of thousands of years of trial and error, written in the survival of your ancestors, your brain learned that anticipating danger, feeling like something bad might be coming, is a feature, not a flaw. It is the thing that kept your family line alive long enough to produce you. The problem is this: your brain still thinks you live in a savanna. It doesn't know about traffic and deadlines and social media and mortgages. It just knows that calm has historically preceded disaster, and it is not going to let you get caught off guard. Here's where the neuroscience gets genuinely fascinating. Researchers have discovered something that seems almost unbelievable at first. Uncertainty is more stressful to the human brain than knowing something bad is coming. Read that again. Your brain would rather know that something terrible is definitely going to happen than sit with the possibility that something terrible might happen. In a landmark study, researchers gave participants electric shocks at unpredictable intervals alongside shocks at predictable ones. The predictable shocks were rated as significantly less stressful, even though they were the exact same shocks. The uncertainty was worse than the pain itself. This is why you spiral. This is why when things are quiet and nothing is wrong, your brain doesn't relax. It gets suspicious, because in your brain's threat model, calm has always been the moment before something breaks, and it is not going to let you get caught off guard. This is called anticipatory anxiety, and it works through a very specific mechanism. When you imagine a threat, not a real one, just an imagined one, your amygdala responds almost identically to how it would respond to a real one. Your heart rate shifts, cortisol rises, muscles prepare. The same neurological machinery that evolved for genuine danger activates in response to something you made up in your own head. Your brain cannot tell the difference between something that is happening and something you are vividly imagining might happen. And modern life gives it endless material to work with. Unlike a predator in the grass, which either attacked or didn't, which resolved itself within minutes, the threats your brain fixates on today have no clear endpoint. Job security, health, relationships, the future. These are not problems that resolve in minutes. They hang open, unresolved, sometimes for months or years, and the amygdala keeps pinging, keeps scanning, keeps asking, is there danger yet? Is there danger yet? Is there danger yet? This is why people with high anticipatory anxiety often describe the waiting as worse than the event itself. Researchers who have studied this phenomenon have confirmed exactly that pattern. The anticipation does the suffering, the event rarely delivers. Think about the last time you dreaded something for days or weeks, a difficult conversation, a medical appointment, a high-stakes situation at work, and then remember what happened when it was actually over. For most people, the response is some version of the same thing. That wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Because it never is. The real event has a beginning, a middle, and an end. The imagination has no such constraints. But here's the part that matters most, and that almost nobody talks about. The feeling that something bad is about to happen is not just about external threats. It's also about something much more personal, something most people have never had named for them. Psychologists call it a window of tolerance. Every person has an emotional range they feel safe inside, and for many people, particularly those who experienced uncertainty, instability, or unpredictability at some point in their lives, that window is narrow. Goodness doesn't feel safe. Calm doesn't feel trustworthy, because in their experience, calm was often what came right before the disruption. So, when things are going well, their nervous system doesn't relax, it braces, it waits, it prepares for the other shoe to drop, because in their history, the other shoe always did. This is not pessimism. This is a trauma response, a survival adaptation, a nervous system that learned through experience that good things don't last and began preparing for their end before they were even over. The anterior cingulate cortex, the region of the brain that connects what you expect to feel with how you actually feel right now, plays a central role here. When you dread something, this region links your anticipated future pain with your present physical experience. This is why dread doesn't just feel emotional, it feels physical. The tightness in your chest, the heaviness in your stomach, the shallow breathing. Your body is mourning something that hasn't happened yet. And this is the cruelest part. The very act of bracing, of anticipating the loss, preparing for the disaster, waiting for the good thing to end, steals the good thing from you while it's still happening. You are not fully present in the moment that is good because part of you is already living in the moment when it becomes bad. You are grieving things you haven't lost yet. So what do you do with this? The first thing is understanding, and you already have more than you had 10 minutes ago. The feeling that something bad is about to happen is not a prophecy. It is not intuition. It is not a sign that you are uniquely cursed or broken. It is a threat detection system running ancient software in a modern world. It is doing its job, just at the wrong time in the wrong context, in response to threats that exist only in projection. The second thing, and research consistently shows this to be the most effective, is exposure. Not to pain, but to goodness, to deliberately letting yourself stay in the good moment instead of retreating from it, to noticing when you start scanning for what's about to go wrong and choosing, consciously, to stay in what is currently right. Your brain learns through experience, and if you give it enough experiences of good things not ending in disaster, of calm not being a setup for catastrophe, it slowly, gradually begins to update its predictions. Not because you forced it to be positive, but because you gave it new evidence. The dread you feel is not a message about the future, it's a memory of the past, and memories, unlike futures, can be gently, slowly replaced.